Hello everyone, my name is Andrew Szymanski and I'm the producer for World of Demons at DNA. World of Demons is a collaboration between DNA and Platinum Games with a goal to bring Platinum's signature uncompromised fluid action to mobile devices. And today I'd like to show you a little bit of that gameplay in action. Let me start with an early mission so I can show you some of the core gameplay, movement, and techniques that you'll be using in the game. After a brief loading screen, we'll be jumping into one of our early game missions. Now as we begin, if I hold down a finger and slide that finger across the screen, I can move in any direction that I want. I have full 360-degree movement as you would expect from an action game. If I hold this movement control in the direction of an enemy, I can perform my basic combo attack. I can change targets at will, and I can also interrupt this attack in the middle as well, so you do have full control over the action. In addition to this, when the enemies start fighting back, which they invariably will, I'm able to slide and tap on the screen to dodge in any direction. Forwards, backwards, left, right. As you can see, Platinum's signature animation and fluidity is already present just in the core movement and combat controls. And if I look at the bottom right of the screen, I can see an icon that's pinging for my attention. This is showing me that the enemies that I'm fighting are weak to the wind element. Now, a core part of the gameplay in World of Demons is learning the elements of your enemies and then choosing the correct elements for your own attacks. Now that I've switched to the wind, and if I attack an enemy here, you can see this wind effect that's showing that my attacks are indeed imbued with the wind elemental, and this actually does more damage to these particular enemies. The beauty of this system is that I can change this on the fly at any time. So even in the midst of a combo, in the midst of a flurry of attacks, I can change this elemental affinity. And in the later stages of the game, that's exactly what you're going to have to do. If I slide up on these icons in the bottom right, which represent Yokai minions that I've equipped in battle, I can engage the skill associated with that particular minion. So I'm going to do that now. And this will give me a projectile attack with the wind affinity, which will make quick work of these enemies. Going to go ahead and finish up the rest of these. One other thing that I can do, on the upper left, if I slide on this icon, I can call a friend into battle to assist me. So if I have a friend who's playing the game on my friends list, this will bring their character with all of their upgrades and power-ups into the battle to assist me. And in doing so, we both earn unique rewards. Here we have the boss of this mission who's come to attack me. So let's see what I can do against this boss. Every time a new Yokai enemy appears, they'll show up in this scroll. Here we go. Now this is a fire affinity enemy, so I'm going to switch to my ice power in order to take him on. I've taken a bit of damage, so I'm going to use this minion's skill to heal myself. If I dodge at the exact correct moment, I can perform a finishing move for extra damage. There we go. Now that I've completed this mission, I'll be able to see the rewards that I've earned. After going back to the main menu. So here I'm going to take some of the rewards that I've earned and I'm going to go ahead and perform a summon. And a summon is a way that I can get some additional minions. These minions will drop from normal gameplay as well, but this is a way to get powerful minions at any time. Excellent, I've got a new minion here, and if I tap and hold, I can see this minion's stats and abilities. Their yokai skill, as well as additional buffs that unlock as I power up this yokai. So, now I'm going to go into my yokai minions tab, and I'm going to go ahead and add these new minions that I've just earned. By dragging and dropping them into the slots at the top, I can equip them, and this also gives me a buff to my core stats. So as you obtain new yokai, both by defeating them in the normal battles for drops, as well as obtaining them through summons, you're able to enhance them to increase their stats. So I'm going to go ahead and enhance the minion that I just got. And this will increase the minion's level, unlocking new powers. I also have the ability to forge and improve my weapons, so I'm going to do that now before I go into the next battle. I have what I need to forge this new sword, so I will do that. These materials are dropped by defeating bosses and other powerful enemies. Now I've forged a new sword that I can equip in battle, and then eventually, if I have the right materials, I can upgrade that sword and unlock new abilities and new attacks using that sword as well. Now I will take all of these new elements that I have into another battle, and I'd like to show off one of our larger bosses because it wouldn't be a proper action game without some large bosses. In this fight, I'm going to go ahead and pick one of our other playable characters. We have multiple playable characters in the game, and as you change your character and as you unlock new characters and play with them, you're able to essentially have a completely different style of play. The character I was playing with earlier, this Onimaru here, who's showing up in this story cutscene, is a much more straightforward play style, while Sayo, this character, has a longer reach and is faster and plays completely differently. So I'm going to use Sayo here and see how I fare against a few waves of enemies, including a large boss. As you can see, her dodge is quite different. She's faster and with a longer reach, but slightly weaker, so you have to get in, use your attacks, and then get out. Here is her finishing technique. These are not only unique to each character, but they're also unique to each weapon. Use a bit of healing here to keep me going. Looked like I got a good drop there. Here's another enemy that is weak to wind, so I've switched over to that. Still want to keep my distance. Let's see what I can do by using my skills here. Well, that made short work of him. But I've got a big boss coming in that I have to deal with. All right, I have to use my various skills that I have to take this guy on. It won't be easy. That was a nice area of effect spell. Got him down to about half health. Luckily, I do have some powered up characters at my disposal. Let's see how this works. Yes. There's an example of one of our large boss fights. This is going to require not only the skill to get through this fight itself, but also making sure that all of your yokais and weapons are powered up enough to be able to take this on. And as you can see, I've gotten some rare drops here. This will help me as I'm attempting to power up all of my other skills moving forward. The last thing I'd like to show you is an example of one of our event systems. This is essentially part of the live ops content in World of Demons that's going to be continued to be updated and supported after the game is released. I'm going to use this shortcut here to go into Yokai Showdown. And what Yokai Showdown is essentially is my character fighting against another character and all of their yokai and everything that they've built up over the course of their gameplay. And the key in this mode is I can actually bring the yokai that I've built up into the battle with me. And this is something that's unique to this mode. So I'm facing off against another player character here. We've both got the first initial yokai are the same, so they've kind of jumped into the fray. Both of our initial yokai have been defeated, so the second yokai that we have equipped are now joining the battle. This being a multiplayer mode, there are some unique elements in here as well that aren't in the normal story stages. There, I've got my yokai helpers doing quite a good job here. So any yokai that you've managed to earn throughout the gameplay, including giant ones like the boss I just fought, will show up in this mode as is. And that's really one of the key features of this and what makes it so cool. My goal here is to score as many points as I can within the time limit. And the first player to get to the high score wins the match. Nice assist from my helper yokai again. There we go. Managed to win that match. Now I can see the score that I've earned from the match, and if this is a ranked match, this will go on the leaderboards. So that is a brief overview of some of the different game modes that we have available in World of Demons. World of Demons will be coming out this summer in the Northern Hemisphere, and we hope that you all look forward to it and enjoy it when it's released. And this truly is a pure example of Platinum's action gameplay distilled down into a touch device, and we're very excited to be able to show it to you. Thank you.